Hello everyone, welcome back again to Angela's Craft Room. Here I am today with card number 2 of my 6-card series using the Winter Woods stamp set and the In The Woods Framelits. Here they are here, that's the stamp set, and just in case you missed the first video, that's the framelits. Okay, so we're going to make this celebrate card. Now those that missed my first tutorial, the ideal is I'm using the bundle and I'm making 6 different cards using the same bundle. So you get to see the versatility of the bundle, and it's not just a Christmas bundle. So you can use it and make all different cards all year round, and it's just not for Christmas cards. So we're going to make this one today, just in a different colour scheme. So I have a piece of mint macaron, and it measures 11 inches long by 4 1/8 of an inch wide, and we're going to burnish that. Like that. And then for the piece inside, which measures 5 1/4 by 3 7/8, and I've just used a piece of mint macaron just embossed, so it just, the colour scheme follows through. So I'm just going to glue that inside the card. So it just goes to show you don't have to stamp inside the card all the time. You can use embossed cardstock just as a side panel as an alternative. I always have some scraps left over which I keep in the cellophane bag, and that's how I had this piece ready for the inside of my card. So that's that. Then the next layer, the next step, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to get my Stamparatus and I've got my piece of Very Vanilla cardstock there all ready to go, and I'm going to put my stamp pad under my plate so I've got some leverage. And this time I'm going to stamp it up with crumb cake. You can't, all you're missing is I'm just stamping it up, so you're not really missing anything. So then I'm going to bring that down like that. And then what we're going to do is lift the whole plate out and come across one. Okay? That's the great thing with the Stamparatus, that you can do that. Just take a little bit of ink that's on that stamp. Not sure if that would transfer to my cardstock, but we don't like to take the chance. And you can always re-stamp it if it's not a deep enough colour for you. And just stamp that one down. And then just lift it and bring it across again. And then down. It's just so easy. Across one. Bring it down. I don't know I'll just get a little bit of it on. I don't like that big gap on the side, so I am going to stamp it. It'll most probably just get one of the trunks of the tree on, just on that edge for me. Which is fine. And I'll just wipe that stamp off with my chamois. Like that. So we can move that over to there. So then, oops, then we've got it that way. So I'll just close my ink pad. So then what I had is I have a piece of crumb cake which I have embossed in my Woodlands embossing folder, which is still available to the end of May 2019, because I've just really used that one quite a lot for my Mel themed cards. And then what I did from the framelits of In The Woods Framelits, once I got that piece out, I just layered my, I don't know what, it's like a heel, it's like a curvy thinlet, but it's great for making heels and sponging mountains and things. And I just placed that there like that, and then I just put that through my Big Shot. I don't want to lose that. And then I just grabbed my scissors and I just snipped off the edge. These scissors have got a bit of a glue on them. So I just snipped off the edge like that. So I was left with, that way, I was left with those two pieces. So what I did then is entirely up to you, because when you pop it, what I'm going to do is pop it on dimensionals and pop it on my card like this. And then this piece would go down here. So that's going to cover the whole card. So obviously you need to cut it down to where you want. And it's just entirely up to you how much of the tree you want to see. So you just trim on the straight edge, just trim a bit off of both of those pieces for your card. So I've already done that, and I've just added some dimensionals to the top. So then I'm just going to pop this top piece on like that. And then I did the same to my bottom piece. And I might just turn it around, a bit easier for me to line it up. And that's how easy it is to get that look. Okay, so another technique that I did was I used the Celebrate You Thinlet words. Okay, that's Celebrate You Thinlet words, and they are still available. And what I did with those was using a piece, and I do apologise, I scrunched this up before I realised I wanted to show you how I did it. Because the words are so fine, can you imagine trying to apply glue to the back of that? it would be just painstaking. So what I do is I cut a piece of Stampin' Up! Adhesive sheets, and then what I did was I just peeled this top piece off, and then I put a piece of mint macaron on it, and because then you're putting the cardstock on the very sticky part. And then all I did, I'll just grab the Thinlit, I put amazing, and I put you, and then I just put that through my Big Shot. And then when it comes out of the Big Shot, you've obviously got the words here, and the U was down here, so we'll just lift them off. But the amazing thing is, by using the adhesive sheets, you then, all you have to do is peel off the back, and then that's got all the adhesive on the back of the word. So then I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to sure where I want it. Once it goes down, there's no bringing it back up. So that's how easy it is to glue that on there. Amazing. So before I put the word you on, I'm not sure if I want to, I also cut out from In The Woods Framelits, I cut out some of the little leaves, and what I was going to do was I'll glue, but I will use glue for these. But all you need to do, you don't need much, or you could use snail, but it gets a bit messy. Tombo's good because you can move it afterwards. So I'll just spread those bigger pieces of glue dots out, and then if I can position it without so then I'm going to pop that one down there and just hold it down for a second so that the glue will take. And then I've got another one. It's up to you how many that you want to put down. And I might put that one up there. Yep. So we'll just do the same thing, just put a little bit of glue on the back. You don't need much, because if you put too much, when you put it down, it's just going to ooze out and make a nice little mess for you. So once again, just want to, where it's a bit, so then if I can remember where I wanted to place it, which was about there, just tap it down lightly for the glue to take, because remember we only put a very little bit of glue on there. And then you can pop this one down, pop it over like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just snip off the bottom part, the last leaf, because it's just a bit too long for where I would like it to sit. I'm just going to have it sitting about there, and it just makes a really nice arrangement of leaves. And you could even put a little flower on top of it if you wanted to. Remember, there's no rules in creating. There's no mistakes that can't be fixed. And everyone is original, so don't compare yourself to other people. That was one big mistake I used to make. Oh, I had to drop that, didn't I? That's alright, it will dry clear. And then we're just going to pop that one down there like that. And then I did the same with the adhesive sheets. I did them exactly the same for these little guys because they are so fine. Could you imagine trying to put glue on the back of that? So once again, I did exactly the same thing. See, you can see that with the adhesive sheet and the cardstock. I'm running it through the Big Shot. So I'm going to cut just a little bit off the bottom because it's a bit too tall than I want it. And it doesn't matter that it goes over the leaves. You can still see the leaves through there. And I didn't do this on the original card. I just forgot about the adhesive sheets and it was just a nightmare. So I just need to cut a little bit off the bottom, not too much, because I want this one to balance out. I want it to be just a little bit more. I just want it to be a little bit higher than my first one, like that. So that's the arrangement there. And then we're nearly finished. I'm just going to peel the adhesive sheet off of the word you, and I'm going to place it down here. Just press that down. So then all we have to do is glue it onto our card base. And this is our second card using the Winter Woods stamp set and the In The Woods Framelits. You may hear me refer it to as, I just call it the Winter Woods bundle. And just remember, this is out of the Occasions catalogue. If you live in Australia and you would like to get your hands on one of these, if you'd like to place an order for me, I am happy. I do have a couple of spare Occasions catalogues and I'm happy to post you one if you're in Australia. So there we go. So that's the card, and I quite like this colour scheme better than my original one. So that was my original one, Celebrate, and that was still using the mint macaron cardstock, and I use Fairy Vanilla and So Saffron. And with this one I used the mint macaron, the very vanilla and crumb cake. But they're both nice cards, but I do like this one a bit better. So I hope you're enjoying this set of 6 cards that we're making from the Winter Woods bundle. So it just goes to show that you can use this Christmas set or Christmas bundle, you can use it all year round. So until next time, happy crafting!